You ever got advice so bad it actually made things worse? Yeah, me too. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you the worst piece of advice that was ever given, why I think people give out that type of advice, and what I actually think works better. And then I'm going to mention what I think is another piece of commonly awful advice that people give out to make themselves sound smart, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to talk about it in that video. In this video. So if this interests you, sit down and we're going to get right to it, starting right now. The worst piece of advice I ever got told was to just be positive. Like, what does that even mean? Just smile through the struggle? Ignore my problems? Hope they all just go away? I used to hear this shit from teachers, counselors, basically anybody older than me who wanted to sound wise but didn't actually have an answer. You know what the problem with just be positive is? That it has no depth. It's like telling somebody who's drowning to just swim. Like, dude, just swim. If somebody doesn't know what real positivity looks like, if they have no examples of how to shift their mindset, then what are they actually supposed to do? I mean, I tried it. I really did. But without knowing what to look for or what to avoid or what positivity even felt like, I failed at it every time. And failing at something that's supposed to help only makes things feel worse. Instead of just be positive, what actually helps is learning how to reframe the situation. For example, instead of forcing positivity, you could ask somebody like, what's one good thing I can take from this? That way you're not faking happiness, you're actively training your mindset. Now, here's the thing. I don't think people mean to give bad advice. Most of the time they believe what they're saying, and sometimes they just want to be helpful. And they have, they have some kind of wisdom to pass down. But here's the thing. If you don't actually understand why you're giving advice, when it applies and when it doesn't, you're just talking the talk. That's why just be positive backfires, because it makes people fake happiness instead of working through what's actually going on. Now, I'd argue that society has conditioned people to avoid discomfort. So when someone shares a struggle, instead of sitting with them and helping them process it, some people default to shallow optimism, like just be positive. It's uncomfortable for people to actually engage with someone's pain, so they throw out phrases like just be positive to avoid it. So here's what I would tell my younger self instead. Always do what's best for you. Not what someone else thinks is best, not what worked for someone else, but what actually is right for you. Because, look, dude, we're not all dealt the same hand in life. We all have different challenges, different resources, and different experiences. And if you try to follow someone's exact path, you might be walking in the wrong direction. The best thing you can do is play the hand that you were dealt to the best of your ability. Society makes us think that there's a correct way to succeed. School, career, retirement, etc. You know the drill, right? But real success is self-defined. Understand that nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody out here has been here before. You know what I mean? So nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody's just doing what's best for them. I challenge people to own their own journey instead of chasing what worked for somebody else. Now, if you want a real shortcut to growth, stop waiting. Stop listening to people who say you have all this time, because time is the one thing that we don't get back. It's not about rushing, but about using time intentionally. People spend years waiting for the right moment that never comes. And the truth is, the moment you take action is the right moment. Fail now, fail fast. Because every failure is a lesson, and the faster you rack up those lessons, the wiser and more successful you'll be. So tell me, what's the worst piece of advice you ever gotten? And what'd you do about it? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear how you handle it. And dude, if you ever hear someone tell you, just be positive, do me a favor. Ask them, what the hell does that actually mean?